Dondre, this game had ups and downs.
Of course.
Tell me about what changed in the second half.
This is just off-season conditions, hard work, and just everything we practiced throughout the year. Consistency and physicality.
I mean, you guys kept getting you stop after stop. Did you know you guys had it in you?
I mean, of course, I'll never lose. Nobody on this team ever lost focus of the plan. So, I mean, just keep chopping wood.
Going home next week.
Yes,
what does
sir.
that mean?
It means a lot to everybody, and I want to say it means a lot to the whole United States.
Thanks, man. First half, things were going your way. What changed?
Really the talk in the halftime, man. When we got
Oh, you want to get one or two more and then go get fans?
Yeah.
Stop after stop. You guys kept having to come out one more time. What was Coach saying?
just keep pounding, keep chopping. You know, our motto is keep chopping. We tell each other, just keep chopping. No matter how the game go. You know, they can be up or they, you know, or we can be down. It don't matter. You know, we just got to keep chopping as a unit, and that's what we did.
You got one more game, and it's at home. What does that mean to go to Atlanta?
We got to go back to work. We ain't done yet. We know this week coming up is a work week every day. So we know what we want, and we got to continue to work and chop for it.
Thanks, man. Congratulations.
Hey, Quavo. Catch it over, man. Appreciate it. Hey, what's it like to see the Georgia Bulldogs and know they're going to play for a national championship in your town?
Oh, yes, hometown. We're taking it that way. We're taking it all the way back to the right way, man. It's only right that Georgia come out on top. This is my first time being in the Rose Bowl. It's only right. It's only right for them to come out on top.
Came out. We came and started playing our game of football, physical, and we going to the natty, man. That's it. I ain't really got nothing else to say. We came out here and fought like some dogs, man. I got to go join my boys on the stage, though.
We'll see you in Atlanta.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
Yeah, they got to look out for this new UGA wave, this new culture Rose Bowl, SEC championship wave. Yes.
That's Quavo from the Migos. We're going to send it back to you guys. He's excited. He's celebrating. Guys back in the studio. All right, one more player and call it? Yeah. All right.
Hey, Pitt, can we get one good one?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir! Later, yeah.
Hey, we will probably.
It was Lorenzo. You got to shine him up a little bit. What's he?
We just executed a game plan. We challenged each other to get after the quarterback, and that's what we did.
Was there any change you made specifically with Mayfield that you were going to shut him down? Or,
Not really. We just got a little bit more aggressive on the line. The defensive front, we knew what we had to do, and we went out there and did it.
Lorenzo, you've been telling me all year,
Somebody give me a hat.
get the man a hat. You've been telling me all year you want to be a Savage. What's it mean to be wearing these at the Rose Bowl?
Man, it's everything. It means everything. It came down to that play, and just to say that I did that is great. I did it with my team, though.
Take me through that.
I mean, it was air the whole game, so the last play, our coach said go all out, so I went all out, jumped through there, got my hand up, and got my hand on the ball.
What changed at halftime for you guys?
We just challenged each other. We had to look each other man to man and just say we knew we weren't giving it our all. We knew we had another gear to give, so we went out there, and we just said we made up our mind this wasn't going to be our last 30 minutes together as a team.
You are going to close your Georgia career in Atlanta playing for a national championship. What does that mean?
It means everything. This is why we came back. We knew we could do it, and, I mean, it took a lot of hard work here.
Thanks, Lorenzo. Congratulations. Fans. Come in. How does it smell?
Huh?
Smell that rose. How does it smell?
Man, it smells like paradise, man. We on the way to the biggest game of our career.
Hey, dog, you ready? Yeah! What does it mean to be going to Atlanta to do this?
Man, it's our backyard, man. We just happy to play in the A.
All right. Hey, how did you guys get this game? How's it smell, Jake?
Okay.
I'm gonna look for famous. Let's do one more.
Hey, What was the emotion when they took back that interception, and how do you stick around and get the win?
Oh, I said it's going to be a tough one, but we got to let it fight to the end. I knew we'd come out on top, and we keep chopping.
What was it?
We got good fans? Yeah. We can go get more. We got good.
Sonny Smart, Kirby's dad. What an incredible game. We're here. I'm assuming we're live on our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page. If you are, you got the Red Band playing just off to the side. We got standing around. You can see the Smart family here all celebrating together. We just talked to Sonny Smart, who is Kirby's dad. A longtime head coach. This is the Smart family and coaches' wives all hanging out together, knowing they've got one more game to cheer on their dogs in Atlanta. Fans, nobody's gone anywhere. Nobody's gone anywhere. They're all standing here. They don't know what to do. It's going to be a long night in Pasadena. We can quote months, and there'll be some property destroyed tonight. Quavo from the Migos. He was there on the sideline of the SEC championship, and he's there again. Battle in. The Georgia Redcoat Band right now. Take a listen. You're here with us. I don't know where he went.
till. Okay. They're not answering. I'm assuming we're live. It's not up. Yep. You want That's Cody for a second. Alec Ogletree got What's up, dude? Good now. I'm really good now. Right? No. Kirby does. I walk down. Right. Good God. Good to see you, Jason.
You're going to do your thing. You're going to talk about
That's what I said to Cody. He said, wait, just because if we want, if we're going to be leaning on this sound for a while, we kind of want to, let's just, let them decide. They're right there. Cody!
Okay, so we're both off the top. Ken is going to be talking to you. You're going to do your thing. We're going to talk about
We need to go probably get as much as we can in the locker room right now when we talk.
It's a hell of a college football game. An epic Rose Bowl game. And being on this side of it is it's difficult to describe. The disappointment, the hurt that we feel, that those guys in that locker room feel right now. Some of them came in, telling me sorry and telling us sorry, and I said, don't tell us you're sorry. Our team put it on the line. They laid it on the line every snap. We weren't perfect. We did a lot of really good things on both sides of the ball, but we certainly weren't perfect. Had some opportunities. Let the game get back a little bit closer there in the third quarter, and at that point it became, it was going to come down to one play here or there, and it did. But it's been a great run. Senior class has been tremendous. I mean, to win 3 straight Big 12 championships, be in this college football playoff twice. And then just especially this year, there's a lot of reasons this team could have turned the wrong direction, from the coaching change, the Iowa State loss, just all the things that this team had to battle through. And I'm proud as hell to be their coach. It's been a great season, and I think we'll set the stage for even bigger things here in the next few years. So we'll go questions from there.
Thank you, Coach. We'll start here in the front.
Dean Blevins, News 9, Oklahoma City. Coach, if you could pick out one thing among a number of things that you'll never forget or that really haunt you, the squib kick at halftime or them getting pressure on Baker or something, the field goal, what really eats at you maybe more than anything?
Oh, I don't know that there's one thing. Just that we had an opportunity to win the game. We had some – we'd separate ourselves a little bit there in the first half and weren't able to maintain it. Probably just overall as a team, kind of how we played there coming out of halftime. We just didn't put our best foot forward. But look, give Georgia credit. There's a reason they're in this game too. They're a very, very talented team. But no, I won't never say one play in particular. There's no one play that lost this game for us or won it for Georgia. There was a ton of good plays on both sides of the ball, and they made one more than we did.
Okay, we're now also joined by players Baker Mayfield, Obo Okoronkwo, and Rodney Anderson. The next question will be in the middle.
James Hales, Sports Talk 1400, the Ref and OU Insider. Lincoln, the squib kick at halftime, you brought that up. Did the team just lose some momentum there? What happened in the third quarter? Because you dominated the first half.
Yeah, I mean, that probably, I don't know that we necessarily lost momentum. That probably gave them a little bit of juice. You know, they were able to steal 3 points on us. You know, it's a good call. And Austin's been great with those. He just didn't hit it well and you know, ended up going right to their guy, which you can't, you know, it's the one thing you can't do, and we did. And then, you know, they did a good job of executing. It was kind of right there on the edge of do they throw a Hail Mary or not, and we certainly didn't want to give up the Hail Mary, so we went into a defense against that. He made a nice throw on the out ball, and then the guy made a bomb. So, yeah, give him credit. Gave them a little bit of juice, and then, yeah, we just didn't play well, though, early in the second half. That was the stretch of the game that, you know, that I was probably most disappointed in.
Give you a question up here on the left.
Lakin, Dennis Dodd, CBS Sports. I think in overtime you threw into the end zone once with arguably the best player in the country. It got intercepted. You got a break on the offsides. Could you have been more aggressive as a play caller in the overtime?
We didn't get a break. We knew it was offside.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But yeah, no, yeah, sure. I'm sure I'll look back at it, and there will be calls that I wish I would have done different. You know, I've never had a game, even the ones that have went incredibly well, where there wasn't some of that. So you do the very best you can in that moment. I called the plays at that time that I thought were the very best. And, yeah, will there be ones that I want to have back? Yeah, but, again, you learn from those, but I'm not going to dwell on them. That's, you know, you call enough plays, you're going to call some bad ones. And but we laid it all on the line, coaches and players.
I have a question up here in the front.
Yeah, this is for Baker. Baker, you spent a lot of time on the field after the game, you know, talking to teammates, Georgia players, the fans. What was that like for you?
Obviously, I would have liked to have been on the other side of things, but it was, you know, taking in the last moments with teammates, and then also trying to find Jake Fromm. You know, it's a true freshman that led his team to a playoff victory. You don't typically see that. He's an incredible player, and you can tell he commands his offense, and he has respect of his teammates. And from me, that's about the greatest character trait you could have. And just told him to go win the whole thing. Got a lot of respect for him and to keep working hard, because for him, I think the sky's the limit.
Okay, we have a question on the far left.
Baker, just can you talk about how you felt tonight? I mean, didn't start out in the half, but well in the third quarter, but then you have the 22-yard run and you got that drive going. Was there any fatigue that was abnormal for you going through what you went through this week?
No. It felt fine. Just quite frankly, just missed throws. Didn't make the throws I normally make, and then that showed.
Can we have a question on the front?
Yeah, Barry Trammell from the Oklahoman. Baker and Lincoln, it looked like you had a lot of trouble protecting after halftime. What was the difference between the first half offensive, particularly the passing game, and then the second half where you didn't have a lot of time to do much?
Yeah, I think early in the half we didn't run it as well. We got a little one-dimensional. I probably hung our guys out there a little bit too much, especially against a talented front. And look, they're going to get there sometimes. I mean, they're good up front. We are too. We move the ball, on them like nobody has even close all season. But they're good defense. I mean, eventually they were going to make some plays, and they did. And so I've got to protect our guys a little bit better. And but again, it was a great battle. Both sides made a lot of great plays.
Baker, did you have a response to that as well? Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, no, they blitzed a lot more on first and second down, and for us, for me, it's getting the ball out of my hands, finding the guys open. We had people open, and then like Coach Riley said, they're also good up front. It's not like we were just blowing assignments. They got good players.
I have a question on the left.
This is for Ogbanya. What was so tough about the Mr. Okoronkwo? Okay. I'm sorry. What was so tough about stopping Michelle and Grubb tonight? Was it anything that the offensive line for Georgia was doing? Was it something special? I mean, they're obviously very talented runners.
Yeah, I mean, they're talented backs. They're really good guys. We knew that going in. They're going to make plays. There's only so much you can do. Those guys, they play Division I football too.
Baker. Nikki K,
question
KFOR,
in the back, guys.
Back here. You talked about how you're feeling physically during the game, but can you talk to us about your emotions as you're taking that final lap around the field and kind of what you're feeling right now?
Can't believe it's over. It's been a wild ride.
We have a question in the middle.
Coach George Stoya, OU Daily. How close were you to going for it on that 4th and 1 in the first overtime, and why didn't you?
That was close. I went back and forth on it a little bit. I had a lot of confidence in Austin, like I have here the second half of the season. And then we had just held them to a field goal, I think, defensively, so I felt good about the second run at it. And I don't know, my gut said to kick it, and we did, and we made it.
Question up in the front.
Dean Blevins again. Coach, was part of the thinking that just gets you first down. That doesn't guarantee a touchdown.
Sure. Yeah, if it had been on that same thing and it had been on the 1 yard line, I probably would have went for it. But yeah, I just didn't think their just risk was worth the reward. And plus, that's kind of their most talented point right there, is kind of stopping short yardage runs. They're pretty good at it. And again, our kicker's good, so that's why I did it.
Okay, the question on the left.
Baker, you've obviously been right here. You've been a great leader for this program the last few years. In the coming days, what do you think you'll say to the young guys who are coming back, and how do you feel about the future of this program?
They're in great hands. You got the best coach in the country, and I think they have the best coaching staff as well. We've had a lot of young guys that have impacted our team this year, and them coming here and having experience, knowing what it takes, and then also having this sick taste in your mouth of getting this close but not finishing. That's going to motivate them. They're going to be just fine. I'd love to have it back, but they're going to be just fine, and I guarantee they finish it out the right way in the next couple of years.
Okay, have a question on the front.
Yeah, for Lincoln, John Hoover, the Sporting News, and the franchise. When you have a big lead and there's a lot to lose in a championship game like this, a championship setting, do you have to battle the desire to coach to not lose? In other words, you have to battle against conservative play calling or prevent defense or going forward on or not going forward on 4th down versus a field goal, that kind of thing?
No, I've never felt that at all. I just think you try in each individual situation to do the best thing for your team to win that game. We were still plenty aggressive at times when we thought it was appropriate. We've been able to win a lot of games around here, and again, are there ones I wish that I could have back? Sure. I've never had a game where there wasn't, but there was never a time where we were thinking conservative. We were always thinking, how are we going to win this thing? And felt like we would until the last snap.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Yeah, Baker, they had that big run there in the third quarter, and it looked like they might run away with it. You guys went, I think, 90 yards or so, really in 3 plays. What was going through your mind during that sequence? What happened there? And then after you get the scoop and score, you're probably feeling pretty good at that point.
Yeah, we talked about it. We just needed to do our job, and that was going to be good enough. We had left them back in the game, made a costly error on the interception in our own territory, and they scored. So
when we started yours, it was in the 30s, wasn't it?
Needed to respond, and we did just that. And the defense made a great play, and so then that lit a fire on our sideline, had the energy back, and we were back in the game.
We have one last question in the back.
For Baker and Lincoln, you guys have had so much success over the last few years leading this program together. What will you guys cherish most about being able to lead this program?
Or 25? I got it right here.
Being with the best coach in the country.
20 and 24.
There's a reason I'm sitting here today. There's a reason that we've won 3 Big 12 titles in a row, and that I put myself in a good position going forward in the future. And there's a reason our team's in the playoffs this year. Words can't describe what he's meant to me, and for the other guys, I hope it's the same.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to summarize right now. It's been a great run. It's been a historic run. He's been a big part of it, as have all these players. I just told them I appreciate how much they bought in and had my back all year.
I never switched the battery.
I made plenty of mistakes, and they they kind of helped our team overcome them the entire year. So I love him, love the rest of these guys. It's been a hell of a run, one we'll be proud of for a long, long time, and one that, again, that's going to continue to elevate this program to where we finish the deal here in the next few years.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, players.
See? That's why we stood here.
Yeah, totally. Of course we did.
All right.
If they don't get to stand by, I'll take it off for it.
Yeah, they should tell me. Looks like ESPN didn't try to trip you too. Huh? Yeah. Busy week for him. It's like a revolving door of.
We need to get these to the locker room when we're done. Roquan right here, Nick right here, and Sony right there. Coach right over here. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. You know how long this is? You know how long this is? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely.
First team in history to have.
Is
He's not here. 6 days to turn around and play.
Andrew, can you hand me that name tag? Thank you.
Slide that one over.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and here get started with the Georgia postgame press conference. I'm joined with Coach Kirby Smart, Roquan Smith, and Sony Michel. I'd like Coach Smart to just give an opening remark, and then we'll open up the floor for questions. Please state your name and media outlet when asking a question, and signal the mic runners here on the both hand sides. Coach Smart.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank the Tournament of Roses College Football Playoff Committee. They've done a tremendous job hosting both teams. This is a really unbelievable atmosphere. I mean, to think about both sides, both fan bases did a tremendous job. I want to give a lot of compliments to Oklahoma. You know, Coach Riley does a great job. I mean, Lincoln's been a problem for a lot of defenses, and he created a lot for us tonight. He does a really good job. But our kids are so resilient. They never stopped chopping wood. They kept fighting. They believed. There was offensive players affecting defensive players in the locker room at halftime, and they kept fighting. We didn't play the way we were capable of, but the best news is we get a chance to play again. So I'm really proud of the fight, the resiliency, the seniors, and our fan base.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start here in the front.
Hi, Steve Futterman from CBS News. Congratulations to all three of you. Sony, could I ask you what it was like on that last run? Did it seem like a fast run, a slow run? Could you get to the goal any faster than that? And what was going through your heart and mind when you realized you had won the game?
I mean, when the play was called, everybody just looked each other in the eyes, and, you know, it was 11 guys just executing the play.
and everybody did their job, and it was successful for us. I mean, when I scored a touchdown, I knew it was over. We finally get a chance to, play for something big.
Okay, we have a question right there.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Kirby, the other day we asked Roquan, can you guys imagine winning a game like 48-45? And he laughed and said it would probably give you a heart attack. So you're obviously thrilled that you guys won, but is a part of you like dead on the inside as a defensive guy that you gave up 48 points?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed and upset. I didn't think we played to the level we're capable of. I do think that the players fought, and they are a good offensive football team. But, man, we stunk it up and played really bad. I want to give a lot of kudos to the offense for staying behind us and fighting, and the defensive players doing that. But if it was a measure of heart attack, I would be on the Richter scale pretty high.
We have a question here in the front.
Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. Kirby and Roquan, you guys were lit up pretty good in the first half, but not in the second half. Oh, you had 10 possessions in the second half and scored 10 points. What'd you do differently? You really got after Baker. He didn't have time to throw much in the second half. What was different after halftime?
We played with passion. We played with energy. We played with enthusiasm. We ran to the ball better. We tackled a little better, and we played a little more aggressive.
It was just the halftime adjustments. We knew we wasn't really playing our style of defense in the first half, so we just had to come in. We knew we was going to face some adversity throughout the game and just had to make those adjustments and then just come out and play with a little more passion.
We have a question on the left.
Yeah, this is for Sony. Was there anything particular that you or Nick saw in the Oklahoma defense that you took advantage of? You guys had a really big game running.
We just wanted to, play our style of football. Oklahoma has a great defense. They created a lot of 3-and-outs for us. We just had to keep pounding. We had faith in each other, and all 11 guys on offense just kept grinding.
Haley Clark.
Coach.
H-A-I-L-E-Y.
It looked like Steve Finley from the Culver City News. It looked like things changed in the third quarter when you kind of went to a 4-3 instead of a 3-4.
I said it was going to be a shootout, and I didn't know how it was
I wouldn't say it was that simple. I can't sit here and say that we did that exclusively. We did play a little more 4-down in the second half, but I don't know that was it. I really just think the emotion and the players settled down and played with a little more discipline and a little more passion and energy. It wasn't like there was a magic sprinkle dust. We called the same defense as we called in the first half. We just played them better. I mean, we didn't even get them to third down in the first half. I don't think once. So it's not indicative of who we are. And we got to do a better job as coaches to put our players in a successful situation. And that's my most disappointing thing. I didn't do a good job.
Like, I haven't
question here on the left.
Today, like
Kirby, it seemed like the game either changed or momentum swung your way significantly with that run for the roses that Nick had, that 50-yard run. Your emotions during that time?
Just proud. I mean, look at 27-1 and put this team on their shoulders, and all they do is do it right. They come to all the meetings. They're in special teams meetings. They compete, and to see them racing down the field, I mean, it's just it really embodies what this team is about. And, they say that adversity kind of reveals character. I think it exposes character for sure. We found out we got a pretty good character team.
We have a question in the back in the orange.
Kevin Figures, Fox Sports Radio. Coach, Jake Fromm has played well for you all season long, but how impressed were you with the way you performed today, especially with all the pressure on, down a couple of scores, never seemed rattled, made some huge plays, scrambling around, making touchdown throws. How impressed were you with that a true freshman can play that well on a stage this big?
Well, I think when you got 1 in 27, it certainly makes it a little more doable. And you got 6 and 5 outside. He's got some good people around him. But, again, Jake, he continues to grow as a player. He puts us in the right play. He makes good decisions with the ball. He protects the ball. So he does a lot of good things, and I'm really proud of his growth, And I think the kid's got a bright future. And as long as you have a good run game and our offensive line creates running lanes for 1 in 27, it's hard to play defense against these two guys. I mean, it's tough.
We have time for 2 more questions. We have one on the left there.
Alex Soderstrom, the Red and Black. Sony, and you had a 38-yard touchdown run. It looked like before the run you said something to Jake, like changing the play. What was it you said to him, and what did you see?
It was just clarification of what the play was. He called the play. I was just making sure that was the right play.
One of them was on the shot clock. He told him to hurry up.
Roquan, at halftime, Kirby said that he thought you guys just needed to settle down, that you were playing a little nervous. Did you feel that you guys were just maybe overly hyped?
exactly know what the feeling was. I just knew he wasn't playing to our style and whatever that was, so we had to make those adjustments, and we did that. We played a little better in the second half, but not to our standard. But, we expected that from a great Oklahoma team.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. I also want to say this, guys. The Tournament of Roses people have been tremendous here. They do a great job with this. We got treated with the utmost respect all week, and they really catered to our players, and they absolutely enjoyed this event. And that was win or lose. They got a class act, and they do it the right way. Thank you, guys.